Dun, 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 dun. Okay, well, I hope you can hear me. If not, this will suck, but that's okay. I still haven't figured out a good area to do this, so you're all over my house. Welcome. It is a balmy, what's the temperature? It's a balmy minus 13 degrees here in Alberta already. The other day it actually was like minus 30 somewhere nearby where I live. And I'm like, no, not ready. Oh, well. So I wanted to talk about gut instinct, our gut instinct. What is that? What do you, maybe that's what I should have made the poll about instead of Christmas. Oh, well. In the comments below, whoever watches this, what do you think about your gut instinct? Do you think that it's like something that you really believe in, that you think always steers you in the right direction? Can it be wrong? Has it led you astray? I'm only going to talk about my own experience and from the loose definition of what gut instinct means to me. So, I don't trust my gut instinct. When I say gut instinct, I'm talking about that feeling that you get when you think like something's wrong or you should do something. It's a literal physical feeling for me where I feel like tightness in my chest, or I feel it's just an overwhelming sense of I should do this or I shouldn't do this. And I think what it boils down to, in my opinion, and what I've learned so far, is like a survival instinct. This is just what I've learned. This is just whatever. I don't want to preface everything that I say, but for me, my gut instinct has kept me alive so far. It has saved me from a lot of hardships, from a lot of toxic situations and unsafe moments in my life, and I'm grateful for it. But now I feel like whenever I have that gut instinct reaction, it doesn't really match my reality. I'm finally in a safe space around like recognizing the people that I can trust and who do support me. And this gut instinct keeps coming up. The survival instinct keeps popping up saying, hey, you're not safe. The only reason why I feel, that I know that it keeps doing this is because the only reason is because I'm experiencing it. That's such a bad sentence. How would I word that? Just give me a second. Oh, there goes my glasses. So I was saying things don't match up with that gut reaction in my real life. It's like I live in a different life. In my reality that I'm experiencing today, whenever I get that gut feeling that something's wrong, or I shouldn't be here, I should get out, I should run, it's not right. Like whenever I'm having like an argument with my partner and I have that feeling I should run, I need to get out of here, it's not serving me to do that anymore because I'm not in an unsafe space. See what I mean? I can't trust that my gut instinct is going to be right a lot, if any of the time. How do you know when to trust it? How do you know when not to trust it? I think for myself, the only way I've learned to trust or not to trust is to take stock of what's actually happening around me. But even that sometimes, because our perceptions are flawed, even that sometimes isn't enough. I talk to professionals, like a therapist, my doctor, people that I know have my best interest at heart and who will actually be bluntly honest with me. I know that, like, going on a little bit of a tangent once again, I know that therapy and services like that are very hard to come by, especially free services. I have all these things here. I got them from school. I think I'm gonna post all of these resources in the description after, so that you guys can maybe check them out. I haven't checked them out. I'm assuming they're good, but at the same time, we have to be wary. Like, we're not going to jive with everybody, so you may just get the therapist that's not good for you. Trial and error. You just gotta keep trying. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. Okay, they're distracting me. So, bottom line, I can't trust my gut instinct to be telling me the truth. I think it's a bottom line survival mechanism that gets triggered when you're in a familiar environment that was deemed unsafe before in your life, or you are in an unsafe environment at that exact moment, so it's telling you to get out. Do I think it's correct all of the time? No. It's different for everybody depending on the situation you find yourself in, the people you're around, like your journey, right? It's very different for everybody. This is just my own experience and what I've been through. I just know that I can't trust what's going on in my mind, as well as those feelings, those gut reactions or instincts, as you'd say, to be telling me the truth. Sorry, it's actually really cold in my house. It's slowly warming up. So yeah, that's just what I've learned about the whole gut instinct idea. Oh, I don't want to put on there. To go further on the topic of trusting what's in your mind, I don't trust my mind. And in a way, it's been a blessing not to, but at the same time, it has been hindering me. So I'll go into detail about that. So, not trusting everything. Like, when I heard that was an option, I know that sounds silly. Yeah, of course, not to trust. Some people, we don't have awareness of things, and you learn as you grow. Give me a break. I don't know. When I'm pretty sure many people have told me this throughout my lifetime, but there was a few people, if not one person, where it really struck me, the idea that my mind isn't necessarily telling me the truth. And when I heard that, it actually made me feel good, because my mind can be a deep, dark pit of sadness, of negativity, of reliving trauma, of trauma itself. And it's not a fun place to be in a lot of the time. And I know a lot of you can attest to that and can relate to that. But having the knowledge that it's not telling me the truth, that it's not necessarily the case, like all that bad stuff isn't necessarily my reality, really lifted a weight off my shoulders. However, at the same time, I find myself on the other side of the line, like, oh, here, you don't have to trust your mind because it's telling you lies. Relief. Then now I'm on this other side where I find I can't even trust myself. Like, I'm not putting like any trust in myself, which isn't good. Like, I want to be able to trust myself and not to rely on other people all the time, which there's nothing wrong with asking people for help or relying on other people. I don't know if it's just society ingrained in us that we have to do everything on our own, which I'm learning that is kind of the case. But I do have this desire to be able to trust myself and to make my own decisions. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So just trying to find that balance where I don't have to trust everything that goes on in my mind, but also to be able to trust and make my own decisions has been so fun. Not really fun. But it's been another thing that I'm really focusing on and trying to figure out the balance. I've started looking at like every aspect in my life as a sort of teeter-totter where it's not supposed to be super like extreme on one side or the other, and seeing my life through that kind of lens as more of like just being in this beautiful like multicolored area instead of super dark or bright or whatever. Instead of being like bright red or dark burgundy red, I want to be all the colors. I'm trying to like come up with my own analogy for things. Not happening. I've just started looking at my life more in that lens of not being too extreme or not enough or extreme, balance in throughout my whole life, and isn't like a destination isn't a destination. First of all, it's an ongoing journey and an ongoing learning curve that I don't think will ever be, I don't know what word to use, like solved. Like, it's just not. I'm not looking at it that way. It's just something that I do to bring myself back into my present, be like, okay, how am I looking at this? Oh, sorry, excuse me. How am I looking at this? Am I looking at this in like too extreme of a lens? Should I take a step back and be like, hey, I can trust myself this time? Or my mind right now isn't telling me the truth, and that's okay. When my current therapist at school, she was saying that, there goes my mind. What's the word? Like, we hear it all the time. Have compassion for yourself. And whenever I hear that word, I don't know why, but I get kind of triggered because I'm like, how? But she said to be kind to your mind, like be kind to yourself. And for some reason, that word really helped me instead of the word compassion. Like, to me, being kind is Like, that idea is easier than trying to unravel what compassion means. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, is the balance and everything. Hello. Please do the poll. I like engagement, and I like to know what you all think. I personally don't have an issue with putting your Christmas stuff up before December. However, I think it's just an opinion thing, and no one should be condemned for wanting to decorate. December goes so fast. I don't know. I think it's fine. But what do you all think? I don't know if the poll will stop as soon as I'm not live. So if it does, comment below. Once again, thank you so much for being here. Most of you will be after the replay because it says 0 in my thing. That's okay. I'm just grateful to have this outlet and to maybe shed some light on things. I am very excited to be going into my second semester in January. I'm almost done my first semester. It's crazy. But yeah, much love, and I hope you all have a great day. And don't be afraid to reach out. Okay. Bye. Let's see if I can end this.